In this video, we have a 25-year-old young man who says he pays for sex. He says he pays for sex. This is my first time watching this video as well. So I'm definitely, curious to what he has to say and what he's about to say. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Hi, my name is Kiri. I'm 25 years of age and I pay.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the
Why do
things
they
you need or want to do or
why do they
change your
put these like seductive chicks on these therapy like ads? I've just noticed this. Just a sidebar conversation. Why do they do that? That's weird to me, but okay.
For sex. Did you hear what I fucking said? I give my money out to all the girls after time, after time, after time, after time. I do, and I use them for their body, and I fucking ejaculate, and I give all my money out for I pay. You pay. We all pay for sex. That's just what so many guys have experienced and have told me and have done in their life, though they pay time and time and time and time again. A few years ago, maybe 1.5 years ago, one of my guys I don't speak to anymore. Not gonna go too much into our respect, but he's a religious person and he paid for sex. He had morals. He was religious. He followed the ways. And he still couldn't help but to pay for sex. My other guy tells me a story about so many people he knows that pays for sex. So many people have spoken to me. And you know what they do? They pay for sex. And they pay for sex. And again, come a bit closer because we're talking facts. And you always hear it. People say, you pay for one way or another. Okay, cool. But you pay directly for sex. They pay for sex, and should I tell you why? Come a bit closer. They pay for sex because they've had experience of being the nice guy and have the experience of doing what's right and playing by the book and opening the door for the girl and treating her so fucking good, where in the end they get nothing. Sexual access for a man is extremely important. It is the reason we are on this planet, to procreate as a species. We want to have sex with girls because it makes us, especially beautiful girls, because it makes us feel validated and worthy, and we're not a bad person for saying the truth. So many guys pay for sex because they are simply the nice guy. And they've simply done what is right and in the end got fuck all.
I was on mute. But a lot of guys also pay for sex because they just don't feel like dealing with the constant ignorance of women. It's too much work nowadays, man. You got to convince this chick to like you. First, you got to talk to her. Then you got to get a number. Then you got to take her out on dates. Then you got to take her out on another date. Then you got to take her out on another date to not get nothing in return, but just to be spending money for that, possibly not to work out, just to maybe get something in the end. Then you do this time and time and time again, chicks playing game after game after game. Sometimes this is the alternative. No man can sit up here and realistically say that he can turn off his sex radar or that he can just turn off his dick, especially if you're under 40, really under 50. There's no way. There's no way. So men pay for several different reasons, but here's the thing, like he was just saying, all men pay. All men pay. You're going to pay in marriage. You're probably going to pay double in marriage because with an escort, you're only paying that one fee. You get your nut and you're going about your day. In marriage, you have to pay for nails, you have to pay for hair, you have to pay for dates, you have to pay for the bills. You're paying double or triple in a marriage. So when guys say, "Oh, you're a simp because you pay for sex," or "You're a lame because you pay for," how? You're in a relationship. Don't you pay too? We all pay. We all pay. One pay structure is slightly different from the other, but it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. But let's continue.
Editors will put one or two clips here. We need to make sure that's my ex. We need to make sure she's blurred and everything like that because we're not putting it on there. But that's how I looked in around 2019. 5 years ago, that's how I looked. Do you think this guy was getting any other external girls? Yeah, he managed to get a girlfriend higher than him, and he was holding on to her by a string because it was the only fucking pussy he could ever get. But do you think this guy, even if he was single, and when I did become single, do you think it was easy to get girls? No. No. I had guaranteed pussy and it was taken away from me. And it was extremely difficult to the point where after a long duration, and I would never personally pay for sex, but after a long, long duration, I said to myself, bro, you need to up your game. You need to get the girl. And it was so fucking difficult. But I never took the easy route out. I never took the easy route out because I understood if I progress as a man, if I look in that mirror and become something that women want, I will get girls by default. So many guys look like me before. All the good guys, all the nice guys did what was right. And in the end, they got nothing to show for. They didn't understand female nature. All those years ago, I didn't understand female nature and how they worked and why they didn't go with the good guy and the gentleman and why they.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Just with my story that I was saying when I was in the military. The girl that ended up being married with the kid, two kids. I was around 19. I didn't understand female nature. I didn't understand the games that a lot of them play. I didn't understand any of that. So I fell for the okadoke. I fell for the trickery. I fell for the usury. I was the nice guy. We all have been the nice guy. We all have been in that stage before. Some guys are still in that stage. Some of you may still be in that stage. But we all go through those phases where we were the nice guy because we were brought up, especially in Western society, to believe that being nice is what attracts women. That's what we were brought up to believe. When really the nice guys are the guys that women use, and she sleeps with the bad guy. She sleeps with the rude guy. She sleeps with the assertive guy. So I eventually learned, hey, that's the guy that I need to be. Because clearly that guy's winning and I am not. Let's continue.
When I fucked the bad boy, I didn't understand about masculine frame and dominance and assertiveness as a man, and how feminine energy is polarized into the masculine energy. I didn't understand any of this fucking shit, and so don't you. When you sleep with a girl, especially when you paid, you want to feel validated. You want to feel like, oh yeah, I had sex with her, and you're not a bad person for that, as I've always said. However, again, I've never experienced it. From what I've heard, and being truthfully honest, if we use logic, you don't feel any of that. You don't feel that emotional, loving, nurturing, feminine connection. Instead, So many people, again, post nut clarity, but they feel like fucking shit. They feel ashamed.
That's something that I have to that's something that I would have to disagree with. That's not what I've heard. That's not what I've heard. No. See, here's the thing. Just like money, money amplifies who you are. It's an accessory, right? It's meant to be used, right? And just like women are accessories to a man's life. They're not something for you to be gawking over. Like that's why many people say once they get money, eventually they get used to it. So when you're getting women, you eventually get used to it. When you're getting sex, you eventually get used to it. But if you're already depressed, guess what? You're depressed with money. If you already have low self-esteem, like more than likely, you unless you fix it, you'll have low self-esteem with women. So these guys who are paying to have sex with women, they're already messed up. They're already messed up. But you're gonna pay either way. So what is the difference? What is the difference? She's a paid actor. You're not supposed to get. You're supposed to go into it knowing that this is not something that is real. This is no strings attached times 10. And you know that you're not going in there to get, any kind of emotional connection. But she's more nurturing and she's more feminine than the civilian girls, definitely. The civilian girl is definitely not going to give you any kind of nurturing or love. At least you can pay for the nurture and love. It's called the girlfriend experience. So I disagree. I disagree with that part.
They feel so little. And you feel these things because the girl isn't having sex with you. Okay, what do you mean? Of course she's having sex. She's not having sex. And come a bit closer because this is important. She's not having sex with you as a person. She's not choosing you as a mate because of who you are as in a person. She doesn't understand you. She doesn't got an emotional connection with you. She doesn't love you.
Oh my God. This where he was taking his junk. Okay, now he's lost me for real. Yeah, now you lost me. So now he's going from oh, she's not having sex with you because she actually desires you and wants you. Like, bro, what are you talking about? All women are here to survive. That's their instinct. A woman's instincts is to survive, whether that's through marriage, whether that's to latching on with a man, whether that's from selling a cootie cat. A woman is here to survive. So she's going to do whatever she needs to survive. That's why women traditionally got married. Marriage wasn't for love. What do you think arranged marriages are? You think arranged marriages are based on love? No, arranged marriages are based on survival and resources. You think most of those arranged marriages, the woman wanted to be married with that guy? No, but that was the guy that was better for the family and better for her. I think about things. What's going on, man? Sounds like he's speaking to the fact men assume women like them for who they are. Yeah, I can get that. I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but to me it didn't sound like he was leaning it towards that. It sounds like he's leaning it towards like, oh, like it's better it's better for a woman to be sleeping with you because she love you for you. And unless he's about to speak on that, unless he's about to speak on that, no, I would have to disagree with him because no woman is laying down because it's just, oh, she loves you for you. No, she's in love with certain ideas of you as well. But it's definitely not because she just loves you for you. No, you got your potential, who she thinks you're going to be in the future, which potential, who you are right now, your charisma, the fact that other women are seeking you out, it's not just because of you. Nah, that's a fallacy right there. So yeah, I think he's going to say she's there for the idea. Yeah, let's see what he has to say then.
She loves your money. It's transactional for her. The same way it's probably for us to fucking go in the toilet and shit. That's a transaction in some regard. We're sitting on the toilet for to shit. Okay, we're done. Let's go. It's the same thing. She's just going like this, and you can put her dick inside of her, and you come with a condom on. Obviously, I think that's how they do it. They should do it, right? And you come and you leave. You go in, you open, you see her, you come, and you leave. And as a result, she gains money to improve her life and her position. It's not about whether it's right or wrong for a woman to sell her body. It's the biggest and it's the oldest prostitution is the oldest profession since the beginning of time. We know this and understand this because men value physical beauty. And we
So okay. So, he's taking a minute to get to it, but okay. Uh, Marriage is transactional. All of it is transactional. All of it. But he said that at the beginning. He said, "You pay, I pay, we all pay." So if he's understanding this, I'm gonna just let him. I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let him finish.
we get it. But the love, this hand should I say, the love, the affection, the nurturing, the things you seek for when you pay for sex, the things that you truly want to feel appreciated and accepted and valued and validated and loved as a man, doesn't happen when you pay for sex. You feel ashamed.
I, First of all, it depends on who he's talking to. There's men in the game who've been doing this for years, and they just go and bust a nut, and that is it. They're not looking for no love. They're not looking for no affection. He must be referring to little boys, because what do you think? What do you think the passport bros are? What do you think MGTOW is? A lot of these guys are going into foreign countries knowing, the women are working women and sleeping with them. It's well known and documented. A lot of the passport bros, they go overseas, go to Colombia, and they sleep with beautiful women who are working girls. They're not going over there looking for love. They know very well who these girls is, what they there for, and we all understand what's about to happen here. So I am very confused on what he's saying. He's 25, so clearly he has no real foot in the game because he's losing me now.
You feel little. You don't feel loved. And you lose money. I'll never judge you if you
You can't lose money if you have money. You can't lose money if you have money. Do you realize some of these chicks are charging upwards to 1,000, $1,500? Who do you think the average man is able to pay 1,000 to $1,500 for an hour with some of these chicks? Some of these chicks are models as well. And some of these chicks are well-known Instagram models. Some of these chicks are well-known actual published models as well. And they charge a lot of money to sleep with them. Who do you think is sleeping with them? Not the average Joe Smo. So this guy got the game all messed up. And it's levels to this. It's levels to it. He may be talking about on the lower tier, guys who ain't got nothing, who can only afford a crackhead or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. When you start talking about beautiful, beautiful women who are charging 1,000, $2,000, for a nice night with them, who you can take out to the town and ride in your Porsche and your Corvette or whatever because you got money. That's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. A lot of guys not out here looking for affection and love and all that. You got to realize these guys are married or currently married, and they can get that out of their marriage, but they just want something a different sexual adventure. So I think he may have a point when it comes to a certain type of guy, which I would label as an incel. To me, it seems like he's describing an incel who really can't get women no other way but that. But then you have other men who can get women, who can get free women, free quote unquote, who can get free women and paid women if he wanted to. Those are two different guys with two different mindsets. So it depends on who he's talking to, but he's definitely not talking about the guy with the money, with the real money.
You pay for sex because I completely understand. Me all those years ago, when man looked like that and he was single again, I was struggling. Even now, I already slept with like one new girl in the last 2 years. But I understand this self actualization, the happiness, the joy, all of that shit comes from within. And that's most important.
Exactly. 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 That's what I just said. I just said that. I said money amplifies who you are. If you were already a happy guy, you're already a confident guy before you got money, guess what? It's going to amplify that even further. But if you were already depressed, if you already had no confidence, the money is just going to amplify that until you change that. The same thing with women. Women are accessories. Women are not around you to better your life. It is up to you to better your life. It is up to you to make yourself happy. It is up to you to be okay with who you are. A woman will not do that for you. So men who are seeking women out to feel some kind of missing piece or feel some kind of void, they have work to do. That's the inner work that you're supposed to be doing. So if you're a man out here seeking that kind of validation and seeking that kind of missing piece from women, yeah, that's on you. That is absolutely on you. So like I said, like he just said, it comes from within. All that's within. If I'm already confident, I don't need no woman to validate me, to make me more confident. I'm already confident. I look in the mirror every day. I go to the gym. I'm putting the work in. I see myself putting the work in. So women won't do that for me, right? Money will only amplify that for me. So yeah.
You can pay for sex, but just understand that she doesn't like you for who you are. She likes you because of your money. It's very important to understand this because a lot of guys get obsessed with the girl and think she genuinely cares and has a connection with you.
Okay, so yeah, he's talking, yeah. I think he's trying to communicate to the incel guy. He's trying to communicate to the incel guy. Because some of these guys, they do see, that's why I said experience matters. This is why I said experience matters. Men need to experience multiple women so he's not out here falling for the wrong women. If you have experience being in a relationship with women, if you have experience dating women, if you have experience sleeping with multiple women, guess what? You're in the game. You've dealt with multiple women and multiple personality types, so you can't be fooled as easily as a man who has no skin in the game. You can't be fooled like the man who can't even get a relationship because he hasn't done the inner work or he hasn't done the outer work. He hasn't done any work for that matter. So he can't even attract women to get in a relationship. So he pays for it. Those men are that's two different things. So yes, I think he's communicating with the incel because the incel they 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 probably haven't even had a relationship, right? They probably never even had a girlfriend. So those guys, they're easily influenced. They're easily manipulated. They're easily played because the woman can just finesse him with her quote unquote femininity, right? That woman can finesse him all kinds of ways. But a guy who's been there, done that, who slept with multiple girls, who's been in multiple relationships, who figured out a woman's nature, who know how, women try to finesse you here or try to act like they like you here, and they know the game, then they can't be finessed. So those guys also pay for it. But these are the guys who go in there and just get their nut and go on about their day. They know what it is. This is strictly transactions. I'm here just to bust this nut and go on about my day and do what I need to do. That's it.
She doesn't give a fuck about you. She cares about your wallet. Understand what you're getting into.
And another thing too, the working women are not the only women that care about your wallet. All women care about your wallet. All women care about your wallet. Clearly, there's video after video after video after video after video after video of regular civilian women saying, I don't want no broke man. If I go out on a date, the man has to pay for the date. If we go here, I expect my man to pay, or I expect the date to pay, right? If I get into a relationship, if I'm dating a guy, I expect him to pay all the bills. I'm not going 50-50. That is the same thing. It's the same exact thing. You can call it what you want to call it, but it's all the same thing, gentlemen. It's all the same thing.
Yourself into before you do anything. Because if you do want love, a connection, nurturing, loving, beautiful, mwah, type energy, well, guess what? You're at the wrong place. If you just want to bust a nut, you don't give a fuck about the girl, guess what? You're in the right place.
Okay, so he gets it. Okay, he gets that part.
Any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, he should have elaborated. He should have elaborated a little more. He definitely should have elaborated a little more. But yeah, we all pay in the end. You're gonna pay one way or another. Some men pay on the back end, some men pay on the front end. Some men just pay just to get an experience. You know, some men pay for a lifetime. Some men paying child support. Some men paying alimony. Some men pay in the grave. Some men pay in the divorce courts. Some men pay in prison. All men have paid time, attention, money, and resources, whatever it is. You're going to pay. Taking women on dates, that's your time and resources, right? Sitting there texting, you're wasting time. You could be doing something productive. You're spending your time. Marriage, bills, wife, kids, all of it. Time, that's all of it. You're spending time, money, attention, and resources. You're spending it all. So men need to get out of this notion that oh, you're not going to pay or something is free. Bro, first of all, let's cut to the chase right now. If you even plan on having some kind of woman, if you're the type who want to get in relationships, I'm not knocking it. If you're the type that you think that you want to get married one day, bro, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. There's no getting around it. You're going to pay. And then why wouldn't you listen? Why wouldn't you as a man want to pay? I love to pay. I love to pay. Listen, I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna pay to get your nails done, that the hair done. I'm gonna pay for it because that's also what I want to see. I want to see a woman look like a woman. I said women. I want to see a woman look like a woman. I want her to be in her femininity. I want her to look good. I want her to feel good. So guess what? I'm gonna pay for it. Yeah, baby, go get your nails done. Yeah, go do this, go do that. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of men out here, they think they're not going to pay for something. Women are just going to like him, like you for you, bro. That's not the case. That's not the case. Sure, there may be that initial love, but bro, no. They love you for your potential. They love you for what you provide. They love your protection, your provision, security. That's what they love. It's the same thing with the prostitute. You came in there and secured her with some money. That was that was just a more direct transaction. I don't know why people are sitting up here acting like marriage isn't also a transaction. If you look at the history of marriage, it was transactional. If you had a beautiful daughter and this guy in the village, he had all the resources, he was a very rich man, and he liked your daughter, guess what? You would give off your daughter to be a part of that family. You would be an extended family of that rich family, and you were able to gain resources from marrying your daughter off into that family. Somebody please tell me, what is that? You married off your beautiful virgin daughter to be a part of a wealthy family. Somebody please tell me, what is that? Exactly. It's all the same. It's just done in different ways, different aspects. When women say they want a man who makes a certain amount of money, tell me, what is that? She's selling herself to the highest bidder. When a woman says, I don't date a man that's under 6 feet. When a woman says he has to be a doctor, when a woman says that he has to be somebody in corporate, he has to be making a certain amount of money, it is the same exact thing. One woman, she sells herself directly. The other woman sells herself indirectly. All women are selling themselves. Whew. All right, guys. It's gonna wrap it up. Read some of this. Read Doomer Vikings comment. I'll pay for that traditional woman overseas, but that's not 100% guaranteed since the passport pookies ruined it in certain countries, especially Colombia. I mean, you're gonna so man, listen. You're gonna get a traditional woman, more traditional than Western woman for sure overseas. But like I said, in Colombia, most of the women are working girls, man. That's what they not telling you. That's what they refusing to say. And I'm sure somebody has, I mean, plenty of guys have documented at this point. Most of the girls are working girls. Do they have traditional values? Yeah. But you're gonna get a chick who's more than likely being ran through by everybody. She done fucked the foreigners. She done fucked the locals. And then you're the last person to get to her. And especially if you're an American or you're a Westerner, you're going out there to save her. So you still saving a hoe. She's more traditional, sure. If that matters. If that even matters, I mean, but you're gonna get one of these working girls that's probably got 40, 50, 60 bodies, maybe 100, 200 bodies on it, honestly, to be if they because if they're starting at 14, a lot of the Colombian girls, Colombia is a poor country, man. A lot of these countries that the passport bros are going to, these are poor countries. So a lot of the women, they have no choice but to sell themselves to foreigners, man. That they start early selling themselves. This is a known fact. There's no debunking or anything. This is a known fact. A lot of the girls in a lot of these countries that passport bros go to, they start selling themselves early. They've been selling themselves since 13, 14 years old. As soon as as soon as some eggs started dropping and they started bleeding, that's when the family put them out there to start providing for the family. Facts. So there's a big misconception with passport bros, them thinking that they're going to go over there and just get this virgin traditional woman. You're going to get a traditional woman in values, yeah, but you're not going to get no virgin. And then you think they're not after money too? They live in a poor country. What do you think they're? You know, no, they're after money too. It's all the same. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You have to pick your poison. You have to pick your poison, guys. It's either this or that. Which one is better? Which poison? You want the fast death or you want a slow death? Basically, do you want a bullet to the head or you want to bleed out slow? Pick how you want to die. Basically, pick how you want to die. It's all the same. Women want the same things across the board. They want a provider. They want a leader. They want provision. They want all of it. And then, especially in the Asian culture, if you get with one of their girls, you have to be willing, because definitely in Asia, they're so family oriented and the family's so tight. They're not looking for love from you. I forgot the name of this. I'm a post that video. I'm gonna react to that video. But um, older gentleman, he married I think it was a Taiwanese girl or a Vietnamese girl, but they're tight knit over there. They already have family love. They already have tight families. She doesn't want your love. She wants your wallet. She wants you to open up your wallet. She doesn't want your love. They already have love. They get love from their families. They get love from their communities, especially in tight knit communities, family oriented communities. They already get that. So you as a foreigner going over there, you as a Westerner going over there, they don't want your love, bro. They willing to give you that affection. They willing to give you that perceived love that you need, but you got to be opening up your wallet, because they stay in poor countries, man. They know what foreigners are over there for. They're not dumb. So if you want this from me, guess what? You have to open up your wallet. And guess what? What is that? Transactional.